It ain't a good way to live your life, man. Live dangerously.
It's going to get dangerous regardless.
Leave a good-looking corpse. Okay, guys? You know what I'm saying? Leave a good-looking corpse. This is brought to you by Corpse.com. The thing about me is I hit my chest first. I'm kidding. Of course I don't. I hit my glutes. I hit my thighs. It's all about my lower body and my posterior chain. The last thing I hit is my fucking chest, guys. Pec deck? No. Sorry. I'm an athlete, okay? I'll do some bench, but not a lot of it. Push-ups with resistance, you pussies. All right? How's that sound? Okay, sorry, that was a quick.
So those
that was just for torso.com. I said corpse, but it's torso.com.
Listen, we've talked a lot about deep shit.
Where's my camera?
I feel like you've been a jack in the box.
What's that, though?
I feel like you've been like a jack in the box where you're winded up and at any moment it's just going to come out.
I get tired of being all fucking deep. It just drives me nuts.
It literally just came right out.
What am I, Tony Robbins? Am I a religious Tony Robbins? What am I, a priest? Fuck. And that's also important. Humor. 100%. Not taking yourself too seriously.
Why do you think I have you? Why do I think I love talking to you on here? Why do I think I have comedians on here?
God, I'm such a good fucking guest so far. Yeah. Jesus. Are you guys writing this stuff down? You better.
Oh my God, I'm sweating. By the way, there's no breeze in here.
I know, bro.
You're sweating us out.
That's how you have to deal. You can open that. You can open that door. Right
No, it's cool.
And that door, actually.
I think it's. I don't know what it is. The camel.
It's better. If you open that door right now, and you'll be amazed at the breeze you get.
I know you're. This is a beautiful town. I'm not even to say where you're at right now. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I live in a mansion, everybody. Yeah. I live in a mansion, not near the common cattle. If you're a pauper, don't even bother unless you want to work in my house as one of my staff. You can pull that back, or are you afraid? Oh, the light, yeah.
That's actually a world's difference. Sorry, guys. We're getting too deep here. I'm sweating my ass off right now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Well, I do want to ask you one question.
You can open that door, too. You can open that one behind me.
Oh, my God. That's fantastic. Sorry, guys. I'm catching my breath right now. That breeze is enormous.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, Brian. Before I get you out of here, what you mentioned earlier before that I asked you if you lost someone in your life, and there's obviously people that have come and gone.
Yeah.
But you also mentioned you're thinking about spirituality and stuff like that. So when you get older, do you think about death, whether it's you or people around you more now?
Not really.
No?
No, I think about my parents who are 83 and 82. I'll lose them. But I don't think about my own death much. I don't think it's helpful. I think I'm too concerned with my children.
Right.
I've got a 12-year-old, a 15-year-old, and I have a year and a half old. So I just want to be around for them. But, it's something about having children where I am I'm sixth place. It's like, because the mothers of my children are more important than I am. My children are more important than I am. And I think that's part of maturation too. You get older and you're like, I'm vain. I try to work out. I try to trim my beard. I get gray. I look like shit. I'm like, what are you going to do? I'm calcifying and stuff like that, but I fight it and I want, but that's a losing battle. But, there's something about children that humbles you because you're just afraid to lose them. And you're afraid, I don't want to go anywhere until I've raised them. I just need to stick around till my son's 18 because my boys need me because I got to teach them that life is a kick in the fucking nuts. And I'm going to be a bigger kick in the nuts. I just want to teach them things that I didn't know. But so what I do with my children is I kind of try to build some mythology around who they are, right? So with my son, I would say when he was younger, to motivate him, I'm a big believer in kind of, so I would say things like this. He'd be within earshot and I'd be talking and I'd be like, my son's a grinder, man. That kid won't give up. When he starts something, he doesn't give up. He just keeps going. And he'd hear that. And then I'd hear him say to his friends, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't give up. So you're building this persona, or, with my daughter, I'll say I have these nuanced conversations, which is true. I have these nuanced conversations with her. She's layered in her thinking and she looks at both sides. And so I believe in kind of acknowledging a spark that I see because they'll fulfill that. So instead of like,
I love it.
I love that expression, your children come through you, not from you. So I don't try to impose who I am on them. I think that's, my daughter's way too strong-willed anyway for that. But my son is a little more, he's my son. So he's going to he wants to please me. but I don't want to be a tyrant. And you can become a tyrant without even realizing it to your children. You just can. Your expectations are too high. You're trying to make them what you weren't. You're trying to, it's. I think you have to be very careful with that. So I guess what I'm saying is, I don't like the idea of discipline. I like the idea of inspiration.
I love
And there's
that.
a big difference, I think. Inspire your children, lead by example, and then there are ways to be very creative so that they can start to learn. There are ways to impart the principles they need for life in a subtle, roundabout way. Let them kind of discover it on their own.
100%.
That's kind of what I like to
Yeah,
say.
if you lay it down too hard, I'm sure I can see them kind of being for me resentment and down the line, who the hell is it?
Well, some kids do well with, real rigidity. Some children do very well with a military dad, with structure. This is how we're going to do it. You're up at this time. I'm going to kick your ass. Some people respond very well to that because you're giving them rules. Those people go into the military a lot of times, law enforcement. Some people really love order and structure. But you have an artistic child, and they're not going to respond that way. They're way too sensitive, man.
sure.
You got to be careful because you don't want to stifle their creativity. So I don't know. There's no blueprint. And by the way, I'm improvising it as I go. I don't know.
That's what you're saying before, obviously in a much different tone, baby. We're kind of just figuring it out.
Well, I think you lost your father when you were 12. My son is 12.
Yes.
And I just spent the day with him. So I think about that. The worst thing I can think of is him not growing up with me because I would worry so much that he wouldn't figure it out. But you did figure it out. You did figure it out.
You had a lot of help.
Yeah, you did, but you did it. And, so it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Well, that was the interesting thought about, having kids. You're saying you're too busy thinking about them, but that's the other side of it, Like if it's even, to me, I don't have kids, so I can't relate in any capacity. But the thought is, I can't, if I was like, I can't go anytime soon. Like my kids need me, That's when I thought like maybe the mortality question would come into play. I'm not trying to plant that in your head, by the way, but that was just my thought about it,
What is what it is. When were you born?
89.
What month?
March 17th.
March 17th. I'm not doing the.
I was just say, where are you going with
I'm
this?
not in the horoscope shit. I have no idea.
I'm still pretty sure you're hitting on me. I can't really tell. I think that's still
Are you a
happening.
Scorpio?
Yeah.
So hot.
Your legs have gotten wider and wider as the podcast is happening.
Are you a Scorpio? And I point my toes. Well, my horoscope.
I feel like we should both be doing that. My pants are a little too tight for this right now.
Bro, not me. I got good flexor muscles.
Yeah, I know. I need to get on that.
Fuck that is.
Flexor muscles?
I don't know, dude. I don't know all the muscles, bro. What am I, a biologist? I'm just a bodybuilder, okay? I didn't get my biology degree. I clearly just do bodybuilding. If you guys have any questions on fitness, I'm the guy. Come to fitness.com/Brian Callen for 20% off. I won't train you, but I will Zoom with you for $1,000 for 15 minutes. But believe me, you want to get shredded, I'm your guy.